Have you ever found yourself needing to orchestrate, well, a truly clever plan? Maybe for a huge work project or, even just navigating a tricky personal situation.
Yeah, definitely.
Or perhaps you're just like fascinated by the intricate details
Yeah.
of how a complex scheme comes together.
Absolutely. The mechanics of it.
Well, today we're taking a deep dive into a collection of sources that lay out a plan so meticulous, so precise, it's almost unbelievable. We're talking about a bank robbery.
Right. And what's truly compelling here isn't the crime itself, obviously.
Of course not.
Instead, we're really zeroing in on let's say, the architectural precision of the language used.
Yeah.
How every single word, every carefully chosen phrase affects the outcome.
Right.
So this deep dive, it's designed to give you a kind of shortcut to being well-informed about critical communication, maybe strategic thinking. It shows how linguistic exactness is just key when the stakes are high.
Exactly. So we'll be pulling apart this surprisingly detailed dialogue. We'll examine the specific vocabulary, some really powerful phrases woven into it. And then, and this is where it gets really interesting, we'll uncover the real-life event that actually inspired it all.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, get ready to see how the art of the clever plan plays out through the power of language. Okay, so let's jump right into our central source. It plunges us directly into this, well, pretty tense conversation.
Right.
You're basically listening in as a boss gives instructions to two individuals, Mr. Rabbit and Mr. Fox, about a bank robbery.
Okay.
And right from the start, you can feel this incredible sense of urgency and meticulous detail in every word. It's like watching a blueprint unfold in real time.
Yeah, and what's immediately striking is how multi-layered the deception is.
Totally.
And how the boss seems to anticipate the potential challenges. Every instruction feels like a tactical move designed to sort of preempt failure.
Absolutely. So the plan kicks off with a really critical element, disguise. Mr. Rabbit and Mr. Fox are told to wear replicas of the uniforms worn by the actual money transport guards. Now, replica, that's not just any copy.
That's a crucial distinction, isn't it? In an operation this planned out, choosing a replica, well, it highlights a strategic choice.
How so?
It's about creating this believable illusion, right? But without the higher risk and, frankly, the logistical headache of getting authentic, maybe stolen uniforms.
Ah, okay. Makes sense.
It lets them maintain a facade, minimize potential red flags. It makes the plan much more robust against, early detection. Think about it. It's not just a copy. It's a strategically manufactured illusion.
Exactly. It's all about blending in, not raising suspicion.
Yeah.
Okay, so next, the cover story.
Right.
They're supposed to tell the bank staff they're filling in for Carl and Tom, who are supposedly on another route. And filling in here, it just means taking the place of someone. Like, if you're out sick, a colleague might fill in for you at a meeting. Pretty standard stuff.
Yeah, but this filling in story isn't just some casual excuse, though. It's about establishing this plausible, kind of low-stakes narrative that stops immediate questioning. It uses common situations to sort of disarm suspicion.
Right.
It builds a quiet, convincing backstory that doesn't scream for attention.
And then the boss immediately focuses on the psychological side, warning them, don't lose your cool, just act natural. You can always hear the urgency in that.
Oh, yeah. That instruction, don't lose your cool, that's fundamental to any high-stakes operation, really. It's not just about managing anger. It's about controlling any flicker of irritation, impatience, nervousness, panic even.
Any emotion that gives it away.
Exactly. In situations like this, emotional control is just as critical as any physical action. The moment you falter, the illusion just breaks. The human element, our emotions, that can be the weakest link in even the most perfectly mapped out plan.
But then it gets even more intricate. almost unbelievably clever.
Okay.
They're told that if anyone wants to call and confirm their identity, which seems like a huge potential snag,
Yeah,
right?
definitely. A weak point.
They should be allowed to. So let them make the call. Why? Because the boss reveals the bank's phones are tapped.
Wow.
Any incoming calls, he explains, will be patched through directly to him. He'll then impersonate the transport company.
Now this is where the genius, or maybe the audacity of the plan, truly shines.
Right.
The words tapped and patched through. They reveal this proactive, incredibly bold control of information flow.
Yeah.
It's not just surveillance. It's actively intercepting, basically rewriting reality within those communication channels.
Turning a weakness into a strength.
Precisely. A potential vulnerability, that verification call, is transformed into an active instrument of deception. It essentially turns a threat into another layer of the plan's security. It's a remarkable demonstration of foresight and, well, manipulation.
It's an almost foolproof communication strategy within the plan itself.
Okay, and then the final instruction from the boss. It seems so simple, but it carries this profound strategic weight. Only take as much money as you can fit in these bags. Don't get greedy. And that don't get greedy. It isn't just a moral warning.
No,
it's a deep strategic instruction. In any complex operation, whether it's a bank heist or, say, a business acquisition, overreaching is so often the point of failure.
Interesting.
It sets a critical boundary for success. It recognizes that human ambition, if it's unchecked, can compromise even the most meticulously mapped out limits. It's a direct command against letting avarice unravel the whole scheme.
So what's fascinating about this whole scenario is how these very specific words and phrases, which were absolutely critical for pulling off this operation, are also, well, incredibly powerful tools for strategic thinking in our everyday lives.
Absolutely. The language used here to describe copies, surveillance, communication control, intelligence, even human nature. It's universally applicable.
Right.
Understanding these terms with their strategic implications gives you a much sharper lens to analyze any complex plan or interaction way beyond the context of crime. It's about the precision of language in action.
We've already touched on replica, tapped, patch through, greedy, and don't lose your cool in the context of the robbery. But what really defines the entire operation is the word clever. The boss is described as very clever, and the whole thing is called a clever plan. What makes a plan truly clever in this sense?
Well, a clever plan, like we see here, isn't just smart. It's ingenious, intelligent, maybe quick-witted in its design.
Okay.
It anticipates obstacles, it exploits vulnerabilities, and it controls variables. It shows this deep understanding of, human psychology, logistical detail, and a remarkable ability to orchestrate multiple moving parts into this seamless, deceptive whole.
So it's about innovation, too.
Yeah. Finding an innovative, often unexpected solution to a complex problem. That's clever.
Okay, but beyond just individual words, our sources also reveal how certain phrases really knit together these complex actions. They guide everything from strategy to managing human error.
Exactly.
And these aren't just for criminals plotting something. They're for anyone executing a detailed project.
Precisely. These fluency phrases, they're invaluable for anyone planning a project, managing a team, or even just navigating daily challenges. They reinforce how we articulate and execute complex processes, whether it's a business strategy, a personal goal, or, well, in this case, a truly audacious plan.
Let's start with mapped out. The boss confidently states, "I've carefully mapped this out."
Right.
So to map out something, it means creating an exceptionally detailed plan, right? Sketching out every single step. It's not just for like travel routes or literal maps.
No, it's far more profound than that. When you map out a project, you're not just listing tasks. You're engaging in this comprehensive foresight.
Okay.
You're identifying dependencies, potential bottlenecks, critical paths. You're anticipating not just what needs to happen, but how and when and what contingencies might be needed.
Visualizing success.
Exactly. It's the strategic visualization of success, right down to the smallest details, the minutia. Our source even gives that example of mapping out a meeting agenda.
All right, topics, location, time.
Yeah, that level of preparation is what separates a vague idea from an actual actionable plan.
Okay, then there's screw it up or screw up. Now, this is informal, but incredibly common, right? For making a mistake, doing something wrong.
Very common.
And the boss warns them explicitly,
Yeah.
Don't screw it up.
And that warning is just critical. In a perfectly mapped out plan, human error is the most unpredictable variable.
Always.
To screw up could mean just a minor oversight. But in these high-stakes environments, even a tiny mistake can unravel the entire meticulously crafted scheme.
Yeah.
It underscores that constant pressure to maintain precision and focus. You know, you might screw up on an exam, or sometimes we might screw up our lines while recording.
Right.
But the consequences here are obviously far, far more severe.
Okay, so what does this all mean when we connect it back to the real world? The most incredible part about this intricately mapped out dialogue we've been digging into is that our source reveals this fictional conversation was actually based on real events.
Okay. That immediately raises an important question, doesn't it? About how sophisticated some real-life schemes can actually be.
Totally. The source details a very creative and non-violent way of robbing a bank.
Non-violent. Okay.
It involved a person, apparently with a partner, who simply dressed as a security guard. They used a replica of the uniform and fake credentials, or replica credentials, and fake ID.
So just like the plan, just like Mr. Rabbit and Mr. Fox.
Exactly. And the execution. Flawless, apparently. They just calmly walked into the bank, took all the bags of money, loaded them into their truck, and drove off.
Wow.
Sounds like something straight out of a movie.
It absolutely does, and it speaks volumes about the power of a perfectly executed plan. The bank, incredibly, didn't realize that they had been robbed for, get this, 3 or 4 hours.
34 hours.
Yeah. By the time the real security guards showed up, the robbers, well, they were long gone.
Never caught.
Astonishingly never found. The haul. Over $500,000. It was truly a very clever plan that leveraged every single strategic principle we've just discussed.
And of course, the source gives that direct advice for all of us. Don't try this at home.
Please don't.
But it powerfully highlights how a meticulously executed plan, even one as audacious as this, can succeed when every detail, every word, every move is precisely calculated, and the participants don't lose their cool.
It's really a testament to audacity and ingenuity, and how the precise application of the language and planning techniques we explored, from mapping out every step to the critical instruction of not screwing up, and most importantly, not losing your cool under pressure, how all that led to this incredibly successful, albeit illicit, outcome.
Yeah.
It unequivocally underscores the power of precision in action.
Okay, so let's bring these lessons back down from the grand scale of a heist to a more relatable everyday scenario.
Good idea.
Our source provides a great little mini dialogue about someone who totally screwed up at work.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, by sending the wrong file to the client. It's a common mistake, right?
Yeah.
Many of us can probably relate.
Oh, absolutely. Done that.
But how the person reacts and recovers really highlights our key phrases.
Exactly. So in this situation, the person panicked and lost their cool.
Initially.
Initially, yeah. They even blamed someone else at first, but then, crucially, they owned up to it later.
Hmm.
And this mirrors that challenge of emotional regulation we talked about earlier. The advice given in the source for this exact scenario is actually incredibly insightful and universally applicable.
What was the advice?
Things like take a deep breath before reacting, don't beat yourself up too much, learn from it and you'll be fine. And crucially, definitely double check next time.
Practical stuff.
Very practical. It's all about self-regulation, accountability, and adaptive learning, which are core strategic skills in any professional setting, really.
So whether it's some grand scheme involving replicas and tapped phones, or just a daily task like sending an email, careful planning, emotional regulation, learning from mistakes, these are truly universal skills.
Absolutely.
It's all about real life, real English,
Yeah.
as the source puts it, and how understanding these precise phrases can help you navigate your professional and personal lives more effectively.
And that's really the takeaway, I think. It's about building a robust communication toolkit. Understanding not just what words mean, but how they function strategically to achieve complex objectives. It's about dissecting the language to understand the blueprints of action, really, in any context.
Wow, what an incredible journey this has been. From, deconstructing a really cunning bank robbery plan. We've managed to extract essential vocabulary in these powerful phrases for planning, communication, managing pressure.
Mm-hmm.
It truly shows the incredible strategic detail that could be embedded just in language.
Indeed. And understanding the precision of language and action provides a powerful shortcut, I think, to being well-informed and better equipped for pretty much any challenge.
Yeah.
It allows you to articulate and comprehend complex situations with far greater clarity and insight.
So here's a final thought for you to consider. Considering how the most clever plans, even illicit ones like the one we discussed, can go completely unnoticed until it's far too late. What's one area in your own life where maybe a little more meticulous mapping out and perhaps a little less losing your cool could make all the difference?
Interesting question.
Think about that and how the strategic power of language plays a role until our next deep dive.